Johnny Cash once said, "Love is a burning thing." Prior to the dimensional merge saga and Chris's polyamorous marriage to his OCs, love was a defining factor in his life. This desire, whether being driven by the urge to lose his virginity, to get married, or to give birth to a daughter, has led Chris to commence his love quest, or his sweetheart search. Starting in 2003, Chris's love quest has introduced him to various candidates and potential sweethearts, including this episode's subject. This is Blanca Weiss. It is August 2008, and Chris is 26 years old. On August 19th, he receives an email from a woman called Blanca W., who goes by the YouTube username Kawaii Kitsune 123. She sends Chris a drawing of her original character Jigglyami, a Jigglypuff from the Pokemon series, and gives Chris permission to use her character in the Sonichu comics. Some of her drawings of Jigglyami are still visible on her DeviantArt page, with her first two posts containing sketches of Jigglyami from August 19th. Throughout the rest of the emails from August 2008, Chris is receptive to using Jigglyami in his comics, and Blanca includes a link to her recently created DeviantArt page. Chris draws Jigglyami for Blanca and offers to send it to her, but only if she promises not to share it with people, and to not share his address on the internet. Blanca posts the image on her DeviantArt on August 20th. After Chris asks her about her age, Blanca states that she's 25 years old, and states that she wants to be able to trust Chris. So, Chris gives her some background info about himself, as well as links and a picture of himself in an effort to establish trust with her. Blanca replies and sends Chris an image of her jumping on a trampoline and holding a guitar. She states that she lives in northern Kentucky, outside of Cincinnati, how she was kicked out by her mother at the age of 16, and how she had to quit school to work. She says that she's a waitress, she's going to college with a full scholarship, she can play the guitar, and that she's a Nintendo fan. She also sends Chris the lyrics to a song she wrote for Jigglyami entitled The War of Love. Chris openly hints to Blanca that he is interested in a relationship, but Blanca postpones it, indicating that she wants to see what happens after they've been friends for a longer time. Chris sends Blanca the cover image of Sonichu No. 8, featuring her character Jigglyami. Chris mentions JK Productions to Blanca, gives her his home phone number, tells her about his issues with Encyclopedia Dramatica, provides her with a description of his comic episode Rage Against the Garbage, and he receives a different image from Blanca. On August 28th, Chris released two videos detailing the Sonichu video game being made by JK Productions, and how he was creating the storyline. Chris mentions that he'll be able to work better with a sweetheart in his life, seeking her inspiration, but he mentions that he has a gal pal that has inspired him. He tells viewers Blanca's username, and says she is the creator of Jigglyami, and mentions how he placed a great deal of trust in her, as well as his friend Robert Simmons V. So as a way of saying thank you to both of them, he depicted them in his comic in a radio interview with DJ Jamsta Sonichu and Loisa. As August ends and September begins, Chris and Blanca's email conversations continued. Chris complains to Blanca about Encyclopedia Dramatica and how JK Productions reportedly received a cease and desist from Sega and Nintendo, thus production of the Sonichu game stopped. Blanca questioned Chris about his bathing habits. Chris asked Blanca for her opinion regarding pornography, expressing how he views it as an educational tool. As time goes on, Blanca tells Chris that she has taken lewd pictures of herself in a desire to share them with Chris, which prompts Chris to tell her that if she is willing to share those, that he would be willing to share his quote-unquote sexy side with her. On September 11th, a troll from ED nicknamed Lord Silly Nipples, who was impersonating Blanca, obtained a series of nude pictures of Chris that were shortly uploaded to ED. That same day, Chris uploaded a video wherein he addresses this development. he expresses frustration and sadness, admitting that Blanca was false and was in fact a troll. He tells viewers that he was tricked into revealing what he called quote-unquote adult-type stuff. He says that the associated YouTube account for Blanca was taken down. He goes on to tell viewers to ignore false Sonichu merchandise and to stay away from ED. A day before, Chris emails Blanca indicating that he found her MySpace. He found differences such as hair color, age, and location, which contrasted with what Blanca supposedly told him. On the 12th, he and Blanca exchange messages where Blanca tries to persuade Chris that she is real, and Chris expresses doubt, telling her to call him so he can verify her identity. On September 13th, Chris releases a video where he tells his viewers that the situation is handled, arguing that Blanca is real due to him talking to her over a phone call. He calls out the person who posted the nudes, saying that if he knew who he was, he would give him quote-unquote a kick in the balls. He asks if anybody who knows where the person is, that they should kick him in Chris's stead. Chris thanks fans for their support, and he addresses the knockoff Sonichu merchandise being sold in the UK as fake, and calls out Jimmy Hill, mispronouncing it as Jerry. He tells his fans not to buy that merchandise and also addresses JK Productions, calling them a fake company, saying that the project is on hold. He also asks that his fans speak to Nintendo and Sega to urge them to reach out to Chris so the Sonichu game may come to fruition. In an email, Chris gives Blanca his full name, address, and affirms his trust for her, and Chris tells Blanca that he was introduced to a woman named Sarah Jackson, and how Chris is deciding between Sarah and Blanca. He gives Blanca some background information on Sarah, and provides her with Sarah's email, saying that if Blanca wants to talk to her and sort the issue out, they may do so, with Chris urging that he does not want there to be any catfights. Blanca reaches out to Sarah and expresses mistrust and asks about their intentions. She offers them a warning, castigating them, and telling them not to waste their time on this. Blanca expresses their concern to Chris, citing their feelings for him and believing that Sarah Jackson created the fake MySpace that Chris found. Sarah gets back to Blanca and accuses her of being a part of ED, prompting Blanca to share that email with Chris, who thanks her and reassures her that his heart belongs only to Blanca. So Chris asks her for pictures for reference, and if she'll be free come Thanksgiving time. He shows her ideas for dates, as well as providing his plan for when she comes to visit, laying out what goes on for the first and second day. He even asks her if she wants to come to his church. The exchange between Sarah and Blanca continued, ending with Sarah telling her to treat Chris well, with Sarah even begging Chris for pity sex via email. Around this time, on September 16th, more nude pictures of Chris were leaked onto the internet by trolls who hacked Chris's email account and sent his nudes to Blanca, as well as everyone in his contact list. Chris changes his email address, letting Blanca and Sarah know. Later on, Blanca confronts him about a message she received on Skype, where Chris calls off the relationship. He responds, asking if she's okay, and calls her his loved friend. More nudes of Chris are leaked on September 21st. Chris releases a video on September 24th. In addition to being the first video where he begins by saying Captain's Log, Chris claims that he's okay and he doesn't intend to hurt himself. He asks his fans to not attack Adam Stackhouse anymore, and he announces that he's been taken by Panda Halo, whom he refers to in the video as Sweet Panda Bear. He sings Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up to commemorate his love for her. Then he threatens the people that have hacked into his and Panda Halo's accounts. The next day, he recorded a series of sex videos for Panda Halo. On September 26th, Blanca posts the following on DeviantArt. Hey y'all, it's been a few days, but I just realized how angry I am. Okay, first of all, Christian W. Chandler betrayed me. I started to watch that ED page like a hawk, and one day I came upon naked photos of him. But not from the time someone pretended to be me. No, these were different and looked like screenshots taken from a webcam. When I questioned him, he said, "Oh, those hackers must have gotten into my webcam." I know that's not how that shit works. At first I dismissed it because maybe one of them preyed upon his naivete. However, he suddenly leaves me for a more open woman, meaning someone that just flashed her tits at him. Probably not even over webcam. It was probably one of those ED people showing him photos of her breasts. Chris left me because I wouldn't get naked for him, because I have school and a job that I can't talk to him for hours every day like he wanted me to. Don't let Christian fool you. He might be autistic, but that doesn't matter. He's a selfish, disgusting, and horrible little brat who cries and throws tantrums when he doesn't get what he wants. All my free time I spent trying to protect him from the trolls. You can ask any of the people I've friended on my YouTube channel, user Kawaii Kitsune123, and they will vouch for me. I haven't been able to respond to very many PMs on YouTube because I've been trying to do damage control for Chris, tell him what he should and should not do online, etc., and having a real life outside the goddamn internet. Anyone who thinks Christian is worth protecting is wasting their time and effort. He doesn't care. He likes people's learning about his sick habits and fetishes, I bet. He likes hurting the feelings of others. So Edie, I tell ya, go ahead and destroy him. I can't wait for Panda to do the big reveal, because we all know Panda is just one of ED. The next day, Blanca posts a collection of emails from her and Chris on DeviantArt. She also talks about how she has gained an IRL boyfriend named Ricky. She also mentions how Chris is trying to win her back. 4 days later, on September 29th, Chris emails Blanca and tells her that she is his one true love thanks to a dream he recently had. He mentions that he mailed her his medallions and a letter containing a drawing for her of Jigliami. October brought with it further exchanges. Chris offered Blanca pictures of himself, as well as plans to play together with their PSPs. Blanca made the following post on October 2nd. Don't put me on your watch just so you can hear more about Christian Chandler. I am not going to be talking about him anymore, and I am not going to be dealing with him anymore. This is the only Kawaii Kitsune account I will be using, because the stupid name appeals to me. Any other Kawaii account you manage to find on YouTube or elsewhere is abandoned. After this note, there will be no more notes about Christian. Also, Lord Silly Nipples. Any contact you think you have with me is completely wrong, as everything I've ever told about myself is false. Have fun talking to whatever troll it is you're dealing with. Of particular interest are the email conversations between trolls and Blanca. Currently, there are no available responses from Blanca, but the emails sent to her are viewable. A person that supposedly hacked into Robert Simmons V's email account, SonicChuFan1985, named Kevin, emailed Blanca asking why they're helping Chris if they don't like him, and how they should know that Chris cannot be reformed, discussing how it would be preferable if Chris's friend Robert Simmons V vanished instead of being outed as a troll online. And also, this person maintains that he has never hurt Chris, he hasn't leaked conversations, and he does not plan to. He admits that he originally was a troll, but changed and decided to protect Chris. He even tells Blanca to stop posting Chris's emails on their DeviantArt, as well as any negative remarks. He concludes by calling her a hypocritical and stupid bitch. A troll going by the username Danny Alicia Popovsky on DeviantArt attempted to get a read on Blanca, accusing them of being a troll and trying to fool Chris, as well as being mentally ill. They also discussed the medallions that Chris probably created, including a Jigliami medal, and how the ED talk page mentions the truth that Blanca is a troll. Arjun Van Dierten, one of the miscreants, tells Blanca that trolls on the ED talk page are trying to blow the cover, but reassures them that the medallions Chris sent must have arrived. In addition, Arjun mentions how Vivian G attempted to convince Chris that he was wrong for 3 hours, only to fail. On October 4th, Chris releases a video wherein he parodies MTV's Aeon Flux, telling viewers that he's there to find happiness with Blanca and warning the trolls to leave him alone. Robert Simmons V emailed Blanca the next day with his new account to say that his accounts had been hacked and he wanted to let Blanca know how he was doing. He also said that his cousin Andrew had sent her negative messages on his old account, and he asks her to not believe that the messages came from him. He wishes her and Chris a wonderful relationship and tells her how much he appreciates her support. On October 6th, a video of Chris masturbating surfaces and Chris shares pictures of Anna's 20th birthday with Blanca. On October 7th, Blanca receives the package Chris sent her, within which she finds a medallion and Chris's letter. The letter is uploaded onto Blanca's DeviantArt on the same day, with the first image dated from August 19th, showing the front of the letter where Jigliami is drawn singing. Blanca's comment for this picture reads, Is it me or is that Eon Flux video highly disturbing? On the other side, a letter dated from September 29th. The letter reads, Dear Blanca, I am so happy that you were revealed as my true, honest sweetheart to be, in the dream I have anxiously waited for since the dreams of me and my future daughter. When before, my heart was lost and confused. Now I truly see the path to true, honest love set for me by God and Jesus. I now can truly hardly wait to meet you around Halloween. If you make it beforehand, we can dress up and go to a local Halloween party I will make a priority to find for us to go to. How fun! My heart is truly set. I will wait for you, my guiding light, Amy B. Chan. Also, to Blanca's grandmother and aunt in Illinois, who will receive this package for her, please make it top priority to have it ready to give to her when she arrives to visit y'all soon. Peace. Christian W. Chandler. He includes a comic depicting him sleeping, waiting for Blanca at a local hotel. Blanca's description reads, LOL on the back. You can tell cause the color bleeds. Creepy fuck is creepy. On October 7th, Blanca posts this to DeviantArt. Yeah, my name isn't Blanca Weiss. It's Alex Denton. Thanks for playing the game. LOL. Chris uploads an update video on October 9th wherein he dispels rumors that his medallion was stolen, saying that it was given to Blanca. He says she's not a troll because he heard her voice and seen her on webcam and video, and talked to her brother. He admits that some trolls intercepted the medallion. He also states that the DVD was not stolen, but says that the man in the pickle suit fooled Chris into thinking that he was one of Chris's gal pals. He tells viewers not to buy pirated copies of the Quick DVD as well as Sonichu items. He then proclaims his love for Blanca, calling her his eternal love, expressing his fear that if she were to die it would hurt him greatly, and he threatens anybody who would wish to harm her. Then he ends the video by stating that the 18th Sonichu episode would be finished soon. That same day, Blanca posts this on DeviantArt along with a now broken link to YouTube. I, Nurse Icky-chan, would like to thank Ricky Ricardo 123 and Icarus 69 for their help. Ricky for talking to him on IMs when I could not, and Icarus for his help receiving the medallion. P.S. It was not a trolling group that did this, just us three. LOL. On October 12th, there is one last post. I go on hiatus for a tiny bit. I come back. Apparently my name is Emily Egan or something. LOL. Do you guys really place that much trust in Chris Chan's ability to identify me? Oh god, you guys. Look at previous pictures of Blanca and look at the kind of girls he is telling you is me now. He thought I went from a predominant German chick to a dark-haired Costa Rican girl in under a week. Like, seriously. A week. Huge facial changes, new glasses, and completely new hairdo went unquestioned by him. Aw man, you guys make me LOL so hard. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know I've never had a MySpace or Facebook tied to my trolling. Ever. So why don't you just start browsing all the girls on MySpace and pick a random girl with dark short hair and glasses, cause that's pretty much what you're doing right now. Auf Wiedersehen, new fags. On October 20th, a video is uploaded. In this video, a troll, assumed to be Icarus 69, cuts up Chris's medallion. Pickles are then draped next to the medallion, and then finally the medallion is placed in an adjacent pickle jar. It cuts to a hammer being taken to the medallion, then parts of the medallion being placed in a rat trap. Finally, the medallion is placed on a piece of paper outside, doused in lighter fluid, and set on fire. Then the fire is extinguished by the troll urinating on the medallion. It ends with the troll holding the remnants in a Ziploc bag, and the final scene reads, With love, Blanca Weiss. The next day, October 21st, Chris uploads a video wherein he tells his viewers that Blanca broke up with him, claiming that the pickle man tricked him. He mentioned nude photos as being the catalyst, saying that Blanca saw them, grew angry, and broke up with him. He expresses his sadness, and he states that he hopes that the trolls are happy, saying that he and Blanca are sad, especially Blanca because he says that her grandmother recently died. Chris asks that if any of his viewers know where Ricky Ricardo 123 is, he asks them to turn him in. Chris digresses to discuss Panda Halo and his problems with Jimmy Hill. Chris asks that his viewers imprison both Ricky and Jimmy Hill, then says he's going to go sulk